And then hit. Hello, everyone. This is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa. Obviously, I'm glad we finally decided to do a live, and of course, we had the wonderful
Latasha Blanton
and whatnot. So we just decided to do a live. We obviously like to put videos out on our YouTube channel, and if you guys are on our YouTube channel and you're seeing this for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe. There's always new stuff, and of course, the old stuff is good to look at too. We get a lot of comments, so yeah, this is going to be a special day. We're going to have a few guests with us as well, because we have several people that come here to South Africa to visit. What do you say?
I'm just really excited about the guests that we have here. They've traveled with us 2 times before already, so they're repeat customers.
Yep.
And they are already planning to travel 2 more times this year. So we're just excited to, talk to them and ask them, questions that, you guys want to know the answers to.
Okay, and let me go ahead and bring them on. And we have the Grays.
Hey guys.
Y'all can go ahead and say hi to all the people in the real South African world.
Hello, wonderful people.
Absolutely. All right.
So just tell the people a little bit about who you are, where you live, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gray.
They all want to hear from you.
Okay, here I come. I'm Cynthia Gray. I'm in the DMV, Virginia, Northern Virginia. I'm about 2 years out from retiring, so this real South Africa really got my attention. It's time to just get there.
Okay.
Excellent.
And Barry?
Hello, my name is Barry Gray. We currently live in Stafford, Virginia. Been here for about 25 years. Prior military. So we're about to an end of our career, and we're looking for other ventures to do. So this was one that was wide open to us, and we're looking forward to our next adventure in life.
Okay, and that's fair enough. A lot of you guys don't know that I can say we have, like I said, you guys have been here before a few years ago. And of course, as we all know that, people are always afraid of, you say Africa, they get nervous. They get nervous. But you guys, there was a process. So if you can, just kind of, either one of you guys at one at a time to let us know, what was your thought processes when you was thinking about, what, I'm going to South Africa.
Well, my wife first.
Okay, I guess at the beginning we kept hearing about it, and we wanted just to see for ourselves what it was going to be like. We ended up taking his mother with us, and she's in her 80s. She was in her 80s at the time when we first went, and we had such a wonderful time. And she's a go-getter. She's ready to go. You say you start the car, she want to be sitting in the front seat. So when we said we was going to Africa, she wanted to go also. Once we arrived there, it was like, wow, this is not what we've been seeing on TV. This is not what they showed us. This is not what we learned in school. So just walking through the airport was like we haven't even gotten out to the street yet. So at the airport, it was amazing. So.
Okay. So Barry, now obviously you was on the same trip. I remember us using our services to pick you up and so forth. So you tell us, what was your processes so other people can hear?
Well, my as far as started way back when, and I have to go back to my military time, is that when we had a few missions, military missions in Ghana, Botswana, and Senegal. So my adventure there was just, I was just amazed then. But I said to myself after I left that first time for our humanitarian mission that I want to go back to Africa. Not just, I just want to see more of it. So when the opportunity came to come to Johannesburg, South Africa, I didn't have any pre-notions or conceived ideas of what it was like. I wanted to get there to see. I mean, I heard when you used to talk about it and things like that. So I was curious. I want to see. Now, you know, being in the United States, you get all these misnomers of Africa is like this, and all you see is a negative, whatever thing. But so I wanted to go see, and so happened when my wife and my mother came the first time, it was instant positivity. It was nothing like you know, people would talk about it. So it was, and then as we days went on, and I'm like, this is really surprising for someone who never seen it but just heard all the negative to come here and say,
Nice.
and this is it. So after I think 2 weeks we were there, I mean, we just got instant gratification just being there. I'm talking about the vibes of just relaxation, and just enjoying and just taking notes and listening to people and getting into the culture. It was fantastic the first time, and then after that, I said we got to come back. And when we came back, trying to convince other people what you seen and what you experienced, and they had to listen to some of the same negativity. It sometimes be challenging. And all we said was, first get there and see for yourself. And my sister, who's you know, is that when she got there, and I'm telling you, if you can convince her certain things, everything else is a piece of cake. So the second time we came with my sister, brother-in-law, and my sister-in-law, it was like, okay, now they're trying to tell us everything. You know, they were amazed, and they really enjoyed the time. And it was disheartening saying we have to go back. But after we left, we said, whatever, we're coming back. We're just seeing the culture, we're seeing the way of living, we're seeing the people. It was just so, to me, it was so relaxing. And I said, this is something we want for ourselves. So now we planning on bringing, I think we got other family members coming, about 26,
we got another group coming.
26 in the group. So my main mission is to get my family to see and experience what we experience. And I'm sorry if that was a long-winded thing, but
no, actually, Barry, that ending comment. You want your family to experience what you experienced. That was our sentiments when we came here many years ago. Here we are. We're fresh in South Africa, and we were having the best time of our lives. And you know, we've traveled together throughout the U.S. We spent our time in the Hamptons. We spent our times in just all the spots, Martha's Vineyards, all the spots that you're supposed to go to, and they were fun. Do not get me wrong. We done the Caribbean, but when we came here, we felt the same way. So ultimately, you know, we tried to spread the word. It's kind of hard for people to, you know, get over the fact of what we were saying. So what I kind of want to ask you, why do you think people have such a hard time getting over what's really happening here in South Africa versus what they already know? Maybe Cindy has an answer for that. Cindy.
Well, I think because they this notion of what is Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has a notion that that it's inbred in him that is, you see Africa and it's supposed to be bad. I mean, when I used to tell people, hey, I'm going on vacation and I'm going to South Africa, the first thing would be like, why? Because they're known for me for going to Bahamas, all the places that, we think we are, done came up, and now we're going to Dorts and we thinking we're done came up. Well, now when I say I'm going to Africa, they say, why? And it's just so hard to explain to them it's like, I done been to the promised land. I'm trying to listen to them. And they can't conceive the thought that where we've been taught is supposed to be so bad or so dangerous, it could be good. But it's kind of hard to convince. It's like when you do bring someone, you just don't answer any questions. Just let them see for themselves. Let them figure it out for themselves. Let them look.
Yeah.
Let them see. Let them meet the people. As you go to the resorts, you're put into this safe house, and they put all the nice people right there, and you don't go anywhere. You just stay right there in that bubble. But coming to South Africa, the whole place is a resort. The whole country. I mean, you're just meeting people, talking to people. You become friends with people. Even my mother-in-law, when we first, because she's a wanderer, about where's Barbara? Where is she? And Barbara gone.
You got to
She's
keep
doing
an eye
her
on
thing. She done met her friend, and now she hanging out with them. Right? So it was a place for us to be afraid. It was a place to embrace. So, and that was just it was just, I don't know how I can say it. It's just good. It's just a good place to be.
Okay.
Simple.
I believe you. I believe you. I do. I really do.
You believe me. You believe me. We just need other people to believe us. Because even go ahead.
No, I'm looking at Barry, and he looked like he has a word to add to the conversation.
Well, we do.
What do you have, Barry?
Well, I mean, everybody always say I talk too much, but I don't really. But in this case, I need to talk. But I can tell you is that the most gratifying feeling for me was the first time was to see how much my mother enjoyed it. When she showed, and when I acknowledge how comfortable she is, and my mother is, anybody who know my mother, y'all know she's a wanderer. She moves. For 80-something years old, she does not keep still. So when we go walking through the malls, for me, it's like, and my brother and sister, they tell me, said, don't you lose her when you take her. You better keep an eye. With my mother is that I know she's comfortable where she's at when she moves about. We was on one floor in the mall, and we turned around and looked. My mother was on the second floor. That tells me how comfortable she is in her surrounding. And when she's comfortable like that, we're comfortable. And when she shows that type of comfort, and not to say that we're not vigilant in everything we do, but it's just you're not always looking over your shoulder. You're not always thinking somebody's, you're going, every time you stop something, this is going to happen. It's just a comfortable, relaxing feeling. And that's to me, that's very exciting. And that's something that you want to tap into. You say, oh, this can't be real. I need to see more of this. I need to experience more of this. And everywhere you branch out, it's the same feeling. And I'm not saying they don't have that issue. United States have the issue. They say, well, do you feel safe? Well, I can tell you places in the United States, I'm not going after 12, 9 o'clock at night. That's common sense. I'm not going to do that. That I don't feel safe. But not one time that I can ever say that I ever felt discomfort being in South Africa. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying they don't have issues. Everyone has issues. And it's places that I probably won't go after a certain time. But for the most part, it's just a relaxing feeling. It's something that I want to extend whatever time God give me on this earth. And I want my other family members and friends to experience the same thing. They may not want to live there like we do, but at least they had the opportunity to experience it.
Exactly. You got anything you want to add, Tasha?
I just think that the fact that you guys are describing it the best way you know how. Like I always tell people, our vocabulary is limited when it comes to trying to express how you feel when you're here. And the only answer I can ever give is you have to get here to feel it. And you do feel it so instantly. And then it becomes a thing where you actually can see the contrast between what you feel in the US when you're walking around and the contrast, you know, to what you feel walking around here in South Africa. And once you have that feeling and it's like I won't call it a drug, but it's kind of like a drug.
Yeah.
Like you want to get that high. And the beautiful thing about being here, which you guys know because you've been here multiple times and you're going to come multiple more times and eventually move, is that the high never goes away. You literally just basically stay high off of the comfortability. Like you say, I mean, you said your mother's over 80 and she was walking around like, why y'all tripping? I mean, if she can get it at 80, anybody younger than her should be able to get here and feel just like she felt. And you're right. I remember when she was here and we were all on the same team taking care of you guys. She is a wanderer. She does not stop. So I agree with all of that. But she was comfortable and she never complained. She loved the food. And honestly, when it was time for her to go, she was looking at y'all like, y'all can leave me right here.
She did say that, didn't she? Yeah. And I will say too, I know when I brought my mother years ago, and I was fortunate enough to bring her. I said, Mom, I'm going to South Africa. She was like, get me a ticket. I'm going to. And this is just again praise, you know, to the South Africans. I'm even wearing a rugby jersey right now, a South African rugby jersey, because a South African made this possible for us. They actually took care of us. My mother came. My daughter came when she was a young girl, and Tasha came. They didn't know what to expect, and my mother didn't know what to expect, but they took care of us. And so a South African showed us the real South Africa. So that's why we named our company The Real South Africa, because we want people to come and have the same experiences that Cynthia is having, that Barry has had, and of course, several other people, which we will probably interview over a short period of time, just to get their perspective, because everybody's perspective is different. So let me ask the Grays this. So now here you are, you went to South Africa, you had a good time, and you know you was with us. We made sure you went to all the safari. You went to the Apartheid Museum. When you got back and you start telling people about your trip, maybe starting with Cynthia, what did people say?
Well, they wanted to know how was it. They wanted to know. Like, oh, it was, oh, you made it back type deal. Just I couldn't convince of that I seen and the stuff that I did, and for the cost of the living there. They couldn't get it. They could not get it. They're just not it. I mean, I'm probably a bad interview because I can't express what I was trying to explain to them, and they just was not understanding what I was trying to say, because it was just amazing. I mean, I show them a picture. I can show them, oh, this is the food we ate, and this is how much it cost. The places that we went for a nightlife, relaxing life, the spiritual part of it, you know. I mean, I if you remember, I had a very emotional moment where I was at the same spot that my mother had been prior, because she had went, and I just was like, oh, because I could just feel her presence there with me, just like, my goodness. And it was made because someone took a picture of that. And I have that picture hanging up in my house now. That one moment where I was there, it was like I was sitting there talking to my mother, and the person, I don't know who took the picture, but it was like, oh my God, you know. But people don't. It's more than just, oh, we're going to party and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah,
It's also a spiritual thing too. It's a very emotional, spiritual
exactly.
thing. Even when you go to the apartheid museums and stuff, and you could just feel that all the stuff they went through and how they've overcome, and how we still using the fact that we went through similar things and we're still holding on and
Yeah,
blaming these are the reasons why we're not moving forward. And I know I probably get in trouble for all that, but we look at the people who, they had all the different nooses hanging up, and they were saying these people went through all of this, and now we look at where they're at now, and it's just so amazing to see. Um,
Awesome, awesome.
well, so Barry, obviously you came, Barry, you came on the same trip with Cynthia, and so forth. Now I think when you came the first time, you stayed in Rosebank. How did the people treat you there when you was at the hotel at Rosebank, or just the South Africans that you ran across? How did they treat you?
No, it was just a humble experience to wait the gratitude and the friendship that they had. I mean, to me, I hadn't experienced a negative encounter with anyone that I've met. I can honestly say I haven't. They're sitting there talk. I love talking to them about their history,
Yeah,
about
exactly.
things that they went through, their culture, how they do things there, because I want to feed off of that. I'm in their country and I'm showing them the gratitude that I respect them by coming to their country and respecting their life. And I want to know more about their way of life. So it was out to me, it was just gratifying just to have conversation and talking, and then letting them share with me more so me sharing with them. I want to know more about you guys and the way your culture, the way you live and think, your history, because I want to be a part of that. So it was just, to me, it was wonderful. And like I said, I haven't, and I'm not saying every case from here on is going to be like that, but the encounters that I have was great.
Okay, okay. Now I remember a point in time when obviously a lot of us in the U.S. we like to schedule our trips, and so we're like, okay, I'm going here, I'm going here. You may have already made payments, things along those lines. And I get it. And if I remember correctly, after you came here, you spent some time here in South Africa, in sunny South Africa, by the way. I think for the holiday you went to the Bahamas. Is that right?
Yeah, we went from now, see, it's
yeah,
not fair. It wasn't fair on the Bahamas, and we
What do you
love
see,
the
mean it wasn't
Bahamas.
fair?
And this is what I mean by it wasn't fair, because you know how sometimes you measure certain things by other things that you've done, and
Yeah,
even though, and sometimes you put it now, all of a sudden, we used to rate the Bahamas like this, one of our favorite spots, you
yeah.
know. So after we left South Africa, we went for Christmas. We went to the islands to celebrate, just hang out and everything else. And now we're looking around, we're saying, this ain't like that. They don't do this.
But
We
this is the
picking. We
Bahamas.
start picking. We start picking, saying, they don't do this in South Africa.
yeah,
This is not. Or we would have had a better time in South Africa. And so I'm saying, now we talking about apples and oranges. We could, and I said that to me it wasn't fair. Was to pick South. I mean, to pair Jamaica against South Africa, because to me they're two different entities and two different far as vacation. But now it's hard for us to say anything. And I said we travel, we've been around the world, whatever. But to me, it's hard for me to compare anything with my experience or our experience with South Africa. It's just, to me, it's no comparison. And I say that because it's not like we've never been anywhere. We travel, we've been around. So, but now we
Of
just
course.
put that is our spot. That is what we enjoy most. Now we got time, we'll go visit other places, but this is where we going to put our time and effort to. So that's why I say I don't think it was fair to say to match this one against that one. Although Jamaica we love, and if we want to do nothing lay down, then Jamaica is one of our favorite spots, but it's not the favorite spot.
Okay, fair enough. I will say again, you know, going back to the people, like I said, we're here every day. We went through the whole process of living in America. You know, some people say living the American dream, the whole nine. And I'm literally every day we have encounters with people here in South Africa that I think is just is incredible. Sometimes they take it as for granted. Something as simple, and a lot of people in America don't know, but I'm going to explain it to you real quick. You know, normally, like for example, let's say you were at Food Lion, Costco, Target, something like that. Those are U.S. brands, and you get in your car, and it's a very busy parking lot, and you put your car in reverse, and you go to back out, and you're being very careful, but you're backing out, and hopefully you make it out. And that's good. It happens, most of the time. But what we like about South Africa is the simple, and there's so many things that every time you back your car up, there's a guy that shows up in the parking lot attendant who helps you back out of your parking spot. He's there. He's as a person. He'll be you look back there and he'll be like, come on back, or he'll be holding traffic so you can get out. And the other part of that is if you go into a busy parking lot, like in the States, a lot of busy parking lots. Sometimes Costco, as big as those parking lots are packed, and you got to ride around and find a location. Well, these guys are out there in the parking lot saying, there's a spot right here. And they will, I mean, just the convenience and the lifestyles and stuff that are here are amazing. But the people, to me, is hands down, to me, the biggest attraction of everything that's South Africa. And South Africa has a lot of attractions. So do you have any questions?
No, I'm just reading some of the comments, and someone had a question for Barry. That's all.
Okay. What's the question?
It's right there. Go down.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
So Barry, that question is actually for you. It says, have you been to Cabo or Punta Cana before visiting Africa?
We've been. Go ahead
and tell them, Barry.
Oh, I see the rest of it. Then he says it all went out the window to visit Ghana.
I'm not gonna. Some of those was to say they was not polite. No, I think a lot of them were polite and very nice and everything else. And we've been to Mexico. We go to Mexico. Like I said, we go to Mexico a lot. But it's just, and I keep saying, and I say this, is that now because we experience Africa a few times and everything else, we love Mexico, we love Jamaica. I'm not gonna say that, but to me, it's no comparison. It's not a comparison to me. Like I said, the politeness there is above none. It's like they always want to serve you. They always want to make sure that you're in the best spot. You're getting the best service. You're satisfied with everything. And I'm not saying they don't do that at the other places. And sometimes if you catch some of them other places on a bad night, you may get some bad attitudes and everything as well. But and I'm just saying, for me, I never experienced that in South Africa. I'm not saying I'm never going to get somebody who have a bad day there, but I have never experienced it yet. And the politeness is just out the window for me. And I know that may be unfair to match that with this, but
No, you're right. And it's funny because I talk to a lot of people here that work in the service industry, and I talk to a lot of people that don't work in the service industry. And a lot of people are made to believe that because they work in the service industry that they have to be nice, But what I can tell you for sure is that intrinsically, the South Africans are just very polite people. They really do believe in Ubuntu. They really want to make sure that you're taken care of, and they do everything they can to make sure that you feel safe, number one, and number two, that you get whatever it is you're asking for. I mean, they'll go so far as, I mean, we've had clients that needed groceries delivered, and they arranged that for them simply because it was like, I don't really know if I should go out, or I'm not feeling good. I mean, the fact that they will even figure out a way to get things done versus just saying, I don't know, we don't do that. I mean, it's a different level that I think you have to feel and experience for yourself to actually understand. Because like Cynthia said earlier, my vocabulary is not large enough to explain it. You know, it's not large enough to explain it. So
can I just make one perfectly clear? And one thing is that I'm not downgrading. I'm not saying I got every time at Jamaica or Mexico, I had bad service. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, and we had great service there, but I'm just saying my opinion has shifted towards that. My preferred thing is here. I'm not saying I had bad service there. I can't say that I have, but I'm just saying that this is where I would prefer to do it. Now we're gonna go back to Mexico and Jamaica because we love those spots. But this is our home. This will be our home now.
I get it.
That's all. I just make sure I don't want to make it seem like I'm bad. No, I would never do that.
No, not at all.
No, we get to, and this is our forum. We get to talk. Of course, here at the Real South Africa, people want to hear what's going on here at the Real South Africa. People don't realize that when they do a lot of Google searches, like for example, they're like, "Oh, I did a Google search and I found this and I found that." I will tell you, if you do a Google search in America, you're going to get the content that's made for America. You take that same computer, you jump on a plane, come here, do the same Google search, you would get something different. So it's very difficult to get the information out to people so they can know what's really real here in South Africa. Now, I know for us African Americans, there are certain things we like. There's certain everythings that we do versus other races. And so because we are African American from America, obviously, we like to select certain places that I know, which is very easy for us to do, to find so African Americans can go and enjoy. For example, if I remember correctly, Cynthia liked the food here in South Africa for some odd reason. She just loved the food. So Cynthia, is there anything about this food thing that if they are foodies, why should they come to South Africa?
Well, just go. Well, cause see, like now I'm on a diet, so I can get ready for June. So you know, the food is just it tastes different. It's so fresh. I don't know if you remember the first time we came and we were just, oh, I wanted to grab something from like the snack bar in the lobby, and I grabbed a salad, and I'm like, what is in this salad? It was like, man, is the lettuce crunchy or what? I mean, everything was just so fresh and was so good. Presentation, to me, presentation is everything. So you're looking down at your plate, and you're like, man, I want to touch it. It's so pretty. And then when you do take that first bite, it's like, oh my God, this is what it's supposed to taste like. It's just the food is just, it's just amazing. Everything was fresh.
It was pretty much everywhere, right? Pretty much everywhere you went.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even don't start talking about the drinks.
Actually, let's talk about the drinks.
He likes he likes mojitos. He likes mojitos now. Now, if you can't find a good mojito the way he like it in Mexico, there's a problem. He goes there, and we're like, oh my God, this is the best mojito in the entire planet of the earth. I mean, it was like, I mean, Man, y'all just don't know. Well, you know,
Yeah,
but it's really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Everything.
But
I love it.
I mean, like
no,
you was telling me when they make the drinks, when they make like the mojitos or the margaritas, you look back there, you know, here, you know, they the juice in the little bottle and they mixing your drink from the juice. They back there with some lemons and some limes, rolling them
yeah,
with love and care. You
yeah,
get a fresh drink. You know, like our other friend who went with us, she said, I think they had it up to their bosom and then they just rolled it around and gave me a pretty drink. I mean, it was just so much care and attention to everything that they do.
I love it. I
Everything that
love
they
it.
do, there's a lot of care and attention to what they do. They just not gonna, I
No,
don't think they even know how to half step. I don't think they know how to half step or give
yeah.
you anything. Everything's always top of the class, you know.
And it
And I
wasn't
have
a
to
it
give a shout out
wasn't
to
a
my
resort area. It wasn't like just a resort area. It was everywhere, right?
everywhere, everywhere. So I have to give a shout out to our favorite restaurant was
I
Tasha's.
knew it.
Mm, mm. That I mean, when we came back and it was time to have breakfast, I'm like, I don't want this. I want to go to Tasha's. Oh, Tasha's, man. I
I
mean, that's
love
my
it.
Yeah,
first stop when we get back. That's my first
Oh,
yeah,
for
stop.
yeah,
You
sure.
yeah. You
know,
be
For
back.
sure. For
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. For
yeah. I'm
sure.
gonna ask Barry
And
a
then
question in a
I
minute.
want.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say this, as far as as we talk about resorts, or because I thought I was a resort girl, and that's
Yeah.
because I'm in the safety of this cocoon, and everything is supposed to be brought to me, and that type of thing. But I think I prefer now not to be in that cocoon, but to actually get out and see everything and be with everybody. And I can try this restaurant, I can go this type of food, I can talk to this person and that person, meet people I don't know, even going to some of these rooftop little gatherings, and I see a whole array of different people who are just
Matter of fact,
socializing, arguing, no fussing and fighting, just socializing.
I think we get because you guys were rolling with us, and we got invited to this situation. So we was like, we're gonna take y'all with us. And I think there was a celebrity there, one of our celebrities. I can't remember his name.
Um,
What was his name? Lamont. What's his
what
name?
is Lamont's last name? I don't remember. Rucker.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was.
played in
Yeah,
Greenleaf and
Yeah.
some stuff. Yeah, he
yeah.
was just in the room
uh,
too. Yeah, because a
can you
lot of people
imagine
don't really. Go ahead.
can you imagine you sitting there? Can you imagine you're
Yeah,
sitting there and I'm like, oh my,
yeah, yeah.
this how
But
we rolling
this yeah, but this is the real South Africa. A lot of and a
now? This is
lot
what
of people don't know. A lot of people don't
we
realize
do.
that a lot of celebrities, they you don't see them, but they come here. They come to
Woo.
South Africa to enjoy themselves. Plenty
Go
of
ahead.
celebrities
And I'm
and whatnot.
sorry.
So it works out. It works out very very well. So and I say that to say that we run across celebrities all the time because of the things that we get to do. So let me ask Barry a question now. Barry, you did say that you were coming back. Obviously, you're coming back with us with the Real South Africa. So we're having conversations now to make sure that your whole family is sorted out. Obviously, all the luxury buses will show up. The accommodations will show up. It'll be lovely and so forth. But you're also coming back for another reason as well. I think you're coming in June. What is your plans for June?
Well, we're coming. I'm coming. My wife coming. My cousin, his wife coming. Well, our purpose, we got not a bigger crowd in June, but a handful. We're coming for the purpose of what we call in the military scouting our area. We're looking into where we would like to purchase our home, one, and
Okay.
also adventure into business. One of my business adventure is I want to invest in a medical mobile service. It's just something everybody around the world getting old. Everybody hurting themselves. Everybody needs some type of assistance when they're down at a certain point. So that's one of my ventures that I want to look into as far as business wise. So even though we're coming in June, I wouldn't say that's a pleasant trip, but we'll get some of that in there as well. But it's as far as a business and looking for a place to live.
Okay. Now you had an opportunity to look at some of the homes here in South Africa. You know, a little bit. You didn't get a chance. What did you see? What did you tell them what you saw? Tell them what you thought. I mean, people. I think we got 153 people looking right now, and of course they will, you know, see this later on. What did you see? Tell them what you saw.
What did I didn't see? Let me see. How long do I have first? But anyway, some of the homes is that, you know, it's unbelievable. And you know, for us to come in and purchase a home, it's like, are we doing something illegal to get this house for? It's just the price range and what you can get for your money is just unbelievable. Some of the ones that we're looking at, I'm not saying the price range, some of the ones that we're looking at and we're interested in, I wouldn't even be able to, not saying afford it, I wouldn't feel comfortable, or it's just say that the prices are astronomical if you buy those type of homes here in the United States.
Correct.
I'll buy one of those type homes there. Man, I just feel like, it's just unbelievable. And I'm like, I can't believe the price that they want, the price that we're looking at, the space that we were like. I have a very large family, a huge family, as y'all know. So, like I said, and if I can get a portion of my family every time we come there, and I'll say we did a good job starting off with 3 to 8, and now we're up to 26. So we're going to keep going. So I want somewhere that can accommodate my family when they come visit here. So you're talking about, I'm looking for a pretty nice size place.
Yeah,
not one that they can come and live, but just come and visit. Yeah. So
stop in.
But he's like, you can pass
the prices for those homes and yeah, I mean, eventually they can buy their own if they want to. But the prices for the homes and what you get for your money there is unbelievable. It really is. And you know, like I said, some of my sibling brother that came there, and we was looking, and they said, "Are they for real? Are they?" Yes, it is for real. I can't believe the space, the size, and the price for those homes. You know, it's unbelievable. It really is.
So you can get your little gated community situation. You can get you a golf course situation. Clubhouse situation with. Some of them have even have daycares inside the communities. They have schools inside the communities. They have pretty much everything. And here we call them lifestyle centers here in South Africa. So based off the lifestyle you want to live, you can select it. You can find a house that's reasonably priced. The best, especially because in the U.S. things are they're very high just to move into a neighborhood. So you're 100% right. So would you suggest, here you are, you got a person who's, because we do have a lot of conversations, and we're going to go into that, some of the conversations that we have with people. But do you suggest, how can I say it, those who are retiring, especially somebody who's retired from the military, somebody's retiring government, somebody's retiring from a position, should South Africa be an option, the first option for them? And if so, why?
I would. I really would, because, someone who's retired, really should consider coming there. Like I said, they can, without even adjusting their lifestyle, they can come there and feel comfortable and still live within their means, and without struggling. I think they will have a better opportunity there to, because once you retire, you know, some of the income may go down and whatever it is, but you still have enough income to live. You will be able to accommodate that type of lifestyle there with the income that you probably would have, and still without sacrificing a lot. See, the only thing I would be sacrificing coming over there is that I don't have a golf course coming out the back of my house. And one of my requirements to the house that I buy is I'm able to go out the back right to my golf course. That's what I want. And experiencing that, you know, going out to the one thing is that one of the best feelings is when we got into the golf and was on the golf course, taking out time, relaxing, doing out 18 holes or whatever, and getting off the golf course and going to the clubhouse and having a nice quick. That was, and I'm like, this is us. Without somebody rushing you so you can't or you don't supposed to be here. Oh, that was just. But to answer your point, I think they should come in there and experience that, and without adjusting a lot of your lifestyle. I think you can enhance it by going there. So
exactly, as somebody who's worked their whole lives, they've done everything they needed to do. They raised their kids. I'm like, why shouldn't you come to South Africa and enjoy yourself? I totally agree. I totally agree. The one thing that I will add to, because we're here all the time, I mean, South Africa is on the come up. I mean, don't get it twisted. They're on the come up. They're doing so many different things. So many different industries are coming here. There isn't just that one industry. There's always something happening. So, and it's always, you know, you will meet young people, 20 something years old. Matter of fact, there's a new shoe brand called Batu. I think I'm saying it right. It's Bathu. Man, it's a brand new shoe. I mean, they look nice, and they're gonna be rivaling. And these are young South Africans that are doing it. So I think a lot of people that say, for example, you know, somebody who's I worked my job. This is what I always done, but now this is what I want to do. You can come here and make that happen for yourself, and your retirement can make sure that you're okay, and you're going to always have a South African. And I keep repeating, you're always going to have a South African there to assist, there to help, there to bring resources to make that happen for you, because they want you to come to South Africa as a tourist first. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going a little long, but you know, it makes sense because you know, about 27%, and the South African will correct me, please do. 27% of the population works in some form of tourism. So, you know, when you come here and you're leaving that tip at Tasha's or a restaurant, or when whatever you're doing, you are assisting our own people. And I'm going to say our own people, you know, with their lives, you know, being able to pay school fees, being able to, you know, put shoes and stuff on their kids' feet. When you go to Mexico, not saying Mexico is a bad spot. Been there before. I've been pretty much everywhere. But I would prefer, as you said earlier, to help the people who kind of look like us and assist them make things happen. So that's what I know. So I can only imagine once you get here, you purchase this home, you're going to need services for your home. There's going to, and hopefully, you know, you obviously select a black guy to help you with your roof. You know, somebody to help you with your garden, things along that line, and so forth. So yeah, and for South African people, you know, go to Timbees and go to Busy Corner and have you a night, have some food. You remember, I think we went to one place where we bought the meat, and then we gave it to a guy.
You brought that up, man. The beats in there, the music. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. It was. I'm sorry to sound so excited. It's just when we went there, like you saying, I didn't mean to take over, Mark. I'm sorry. When you went there, we bought the meat. We went over there to sit down. The music, the people. it was like going back into the neighborhood back home where it's a party. It really was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for cutting you off on that, man.
Nah, because it was like I remember how surprised you were. You was like, "Ain't nothing going on crazy. It's okay, no issues." And people were drinking and being respectful to each other. No fighting. It was nice. Yeah, yeah. And for those here in South Africa, I took them to the Centurion Sezanyama, right here in Centurion. Y'all know, for those here, they know who it is. They know where it is, and so forth. But yeah, it's interesting. But like I said, we are excited, to get you guys over here, and whatnot. Like I said, and the good thing right now is that the U.S. dollar is strong. And obviously, you can attest to that, Barry. Can you tell them about this U.S. dollar situation from an American perspective? Because I'm American, but I'm here, so I talk this every day. But for somebody who came here, it was like, what do I do? How does it work?
Say again. You say how does it
No,
work?
I'm saying how does it work? The exchange rate, being able to obviously go to the ATM, get money, no problem, and then how far your money goes while you're here.
Probably your money. I mean, it really stretched. I would say we we spent more on gifts taken back home than we spent there. I'm a chess collector, so when I see, and like I said, the dollar, the rand stretched so far, your money stretched so far. And like I said, we spent more on gift taken home than we did on anything else. So, it's just I'm a chess collector, and I like buying chess sets. So when I see them making them there, it's just I pay money for chess sets, and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
quality that it was, yeah. So your dollar really stretched. It really, really stretched. And I'm not exaggerating. And those who've been there understand and know it really does. You get more for your money. You really do.
Okay. What I put up there on the comments is a comment, and these are South Africans who, like, for example, in this particular case, they sell real estate, and you'll be working with your people to get your real estate if you're interested in getting real estate. So it's not hard to find people to help you along the way, unlike it is in the U.S. And then there's another comment by Slick Nick here, talking to somebody who's probably asking about the price. Like in Santon, Santon is one of the most, actually, I think it's the richest
square mile of Africa.
The richest square mile of all of Africa. And she's asking how much does the place cost? And I can tell you, even for an African American or somebody in the diaspora, I was told I haven't been mentioning the Afro Caribbean people. I know they're watching it on our channel as well, and of course those in the UK and everywhere you find melanated people. I'm reaching out to you guys as well. But I will tell you this: things are affordable, even in Santon. I mean, you can get your very nice 1-bedroom apartment if you buy yourself, per se. Very nice. I'm talking about all the amenities. I mean, you're probably talking about 8,000 rand. If you break that down to US dollars, you're talking like $700-800. Maybe, I got to do the math because the exchange rate is right now is $1 US equal about 15 South African rand right now. So it's strong. It's very strong. It's very strong. Let me see. So now when you came with us, Barry, and you had a great time, did we make your life easy when you decided to come to South Africa? Did the real South Africa make it easy for you?
As brother-in-law and sister-in-law, no, but as business, no, I'm just joking. Yeah, yeah. You always, that's one thing, you're very accommodating, is that you cater to what we desired, what we wanted. It was, it was always, and things, like you said, everything changed but you accommodate us to what we wanted, to whatever that was, or whatever it is. But you did make our life easier. It was, if it wasn't, and I was saying, if it wasn't for you guys on the ground, we would have done things, but we wouldn't have done it with the knowledge and experience that you have presented to us. You made our stay much easier, and to get around and to go these places, always on time, always making sure things were in place for us. I think the biggest problem was us trying to get a group out on time to meet your agenda that you set for us. And sometimes that happens because you got multiple people in the group and everybody, but for the most part, y'all always accommodate to what we wanted. And not one complaint that we have, none. So you guys were great, and we will always lean on you because we look for you guys' expertise. Even though we're trying to get there and everything else, we don't know the things that you know. So we tapping into you guys, and y'all have been great in doing those things for us and getting us around, seeing the things. And I think if it wasn't for you guys, we definitely wouldn't have went. And I just, one of the most exciting presents my mother was when we went to that wine tasting thing. Yes. We would never known that was in town if it wasn't for you guys. And my mother was just blown away that she's seen so much wine and all this stuff here. And it just gratifying to me to see my mother was pleased. So you guys made it easier for us. You made everything just right, just as we say in the military. It was exciting. So our first reaction, as soon as we come, when we're going anywhere, we're tapping into you guys. Not just because you found it, because you're good at what you do. Y'all professionals, you're pros.
Thank you. We spend a lot of time. People who follow our YouTube channel, we're always going to tell people to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to find a lot of information. Go ahead and subscribe. There's always new stuff, because for us, what we ultimately end up doing is that we actively do this. We get calls to come look at certain locations, and we go out and we decide, is this somewhere we want our people to go to? We know what us in the diaspora want to go to, and then we obviously check it out, and then we start talking about it. So we let people know what's going. We put everybody in the know. So everywhere that we suggest that you go, we actually go there ourselves, and we look at it well in advance. Like, for example, I remember the person who was your tour guide. I think it was Herbie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We vetted Herbie a long time ago, so I knew what you were going to get. And just for a second, go ahead and give a little shout out to Herbie. Herbie did a good job, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't realize we was going to get a total history lesson. And I'm telling you, he was so just the knowledge that he had and experience, and he shared. You learn as every day about South Africa. You learn it firsthand, someone who experienced all those trials. And that, to me, is always the word of mouth. Getting history from the source is nothing. You have to appreciate that. You didn't hear it from somebody else. You heard it from somebody who actually went through that, whose life was affected by that. And passionate about it. So that was more exciting than actually getting to our destination, just learning the history and someone who was so experienced about it. That was it was fantastic.
Okay. Tosh, do you have anything you want to add?
No. Hey, Mr. Holland, you are due to come back. You were supposed to bring your whole family. So we'll see you when you guys get back. Thank you for watching.
I think we lost my wife. Oh, here she go, coming through the other.
Oh, there she is. I'm sorry.
And if you can,
but this was our first live. Like I said, normally we put together nice videos. People have been, they've been sharing our videos with other people. I'm going to kind of chat a little bit about some of the calls that we do get, because people ultimately that are very serious about coming to South Africa, just like Barry and Cynthia there, they schedule calls with us at some point, and we have a conversation. The conversation is like, okay, who are you? Who are we talking to? What is your expectations of South Africa? What do you need? What are you thinking? We don't spend a lot of time dispelling the myths, because that's just a waste of time. Because once you get here, you will see it for yourself. And then I know Barry's brother Michael. He got off the airplane with a folder of questions that he wanted to ask me. And I said, look, yeah, y'all remember. And I said, look, he's literally getting off the plane, asking me. He's like, hey, I'm imitating. They give us a folder. He's like, hey, page 1, section 1. He hands me a piece of paper, and I'm like, man, give it a day and a half. So here we are. We're riding down the N1. As people here in South Africa and Joburg, we know. And I said, so hey, Mike, remember those questions you asked me? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, you had a lot of questions about this research that you found in South Africa that you wanted to talk to me about. And I was like, so let's talk about it. Man, quit playing. But that was your brother. That was your brother. That was him. So it was funny. So we don't spend a lot of time talking about those types of things. We try to figure out what you need. If you come in here with your children, if you coming with family, if you're coming for a serious situation or whatever, we can sort it out. If it's in the Republic of South Africa, and I say the Republic of South Africa is their own country. It's not part of, it's not, a state inside of the whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Republic of South Africa, we will assist. And also too, when you do book your trips with us and you come with us, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to wear your mask, because those are the rules here.
It's compulsory. You
will wear your mask, and you will hand sanitize. That will happen every store you go to. All my South African friends can tell you right now, you walk into a store, you better be looking for the hand sanitizer. And then in most cases, they will be taking your temperature. That's what we've been doing, and that really assists everyone to be safe here in South Africa. It's not a perfect system, but it's better than from what I've been watching on CNN, MSNBC, and all of that. So, but that's where we are. My last bit is parting shots. So, Cynthia, do you have anything that any parting shots that you wanna impart with us?
I'm just trying to get there. Just trying to get there. Can't wait. I wake up anxious now because I'm like, man, is it time? Is it time to go?
So it's like Christmas, huh?
It's like Christmas. We're going. Yeah, but we'll be there 2 times this year, so until our final destination.
Okay. Sometimes when I see people on YouTube saying they headed to South Africa or they doing this, I know the Lord tell us not to envy nobody, but sometimes I'm like, how in the world are they going before us? It's just excitement. It's like you want everybody to share it, but you don't want to share it before you get to it. And it's just that excitement that you're eager and you're ready. It's just excitement about it. Like I said, I can't speak for no one else. I can't even speak for my wife, but I just speak for myself. Is that it's just something that you want to experience. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, excellent. Like I said, we're looking forward to hosting you, and then we're also looking forward to those that are going to. I always think about those that are watching our videos on YouTube, and like, man, I need to send them an email. I need to call them. And I think about our one friend who came. It wasn't a friend of ours. Now he is. Yeah. Jerome.
Oh yeah.
Some of you guys saw him. He's the guy who loves the lamb chops. Yeah, he loves the lamb chops.
Look, he has a name. Everyone keeps calling him the lamb chops guy. His name is Jerome. His name is Jerome.
Yeah, but he actually came, and he he didn't have the support that he thought he needed. He's from Liberty City, down there in Miami. He did not have the support so he came by himself, and he's like, I'm coming. And he saw something what we were talking about, and he literally got to experience everything that he thought he should have experienced
and
more, because we always over deliver. That always happens, unfortunately. And it was I was sad to see him go, but I was glad that he was going back. So because now he has a
plan.
He has a plan now. He's like, okay, I can do this. I can do that.
He's definitely he's one of those people that appreciate what you do, because he said several times, just since he's been gone, he's only been gone about 2 weeks. But he's definitely coming back. He's planning on coming back in May. He wants to go ahead and get his business and stuff going, and we're going to assist him with that, because that's what we do. So it's not like we get you here on a visit and we drop the ball. Like, we're going to help you go full circle if that's your idea, but you do have to come as a tourist first, see how it is, experience it for yourself, feel it for yourself. We'll show you everything that you need to see and more, and then from there you make your own decisions, just like Jerome did, and he decided that he's going to come back in May and start a business and eventually transition. So you can be one of those people. We just need you to know that South Africa is an option for people that have like Barry was talking about, being retired and have a certain level of means. You deserve a life that doesn't involve struggle every day. You deserve a life that makes it easy and happy for you to just be yourself every day without any anxiety. You heard Cynthia say just now she's anxious just because she wants to hurry up and get back here, and we want her to get back here too, so we can assist her and making the rest of her dreams come true. Because at the end of the day, the truth is life is actually short, and you should be able to live it to the highest quality you can afford and you could deserve, and you can get all of that right here in South Africa.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everybody stay tuned. We will definitely, if for some odd reason you missed this interview, we will post it on the social media platforms. But we'd like to thank those people sitting over there in Northern Virginia for coming on and telling us their story. Hopefully we'll get them on again as the journey continues and so forth. And Cindy, I think you had something to say. You said Asha for what? What was that?
Sing it for me.
Asha for life. No.
There you go. That's it.
I want to meet you.
Actually, excellent. All right, people. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.